Jordan taking over Chicago. It's the coach. This is the 2021 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Jordan Howard, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
From the 29, Carr. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 8 catches, 117 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the grab. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Carr completes it. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
False start offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Carr to throw again. He is going to find Hill here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He's got it at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go!
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
54 Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, it's Moss. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. On 3rd down, Moss. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Double dog. That's the way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
54. Coming.
Now Howard. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So that one will be accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike 20.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Man open, it's Moss complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Mahomes now. Only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try the left side. It's Moss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, this is Howard. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, let's go second.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come on out here, come get some.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down,
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded just inside the 20.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From midfield, here's Carr. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Mahomes on target there to Hill, and he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Personal foul.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw, it's Carr. Ebron caught left side. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Carr. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, MD, guilty there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Mahomes firing complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. On second down, it's Moss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jonathan Hankins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds Howard complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run with Howard. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He is going to find Hill here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They go with Howard again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Let's go for it.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now they'll throw with Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. On 1st and goal, Howard.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Mahomes going to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, his pass caught at the 4. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught...
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game. But this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So out comes the field goal team once more from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Chiefs 16, Raiders 11.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on 1st down. Gets it to Gordon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And that is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, his first touchdown of the new season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go, baby.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Mike by 4, Mike by 4, Mike by 4. Watch the run,
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd? This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Carr now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. That one complete to Hill.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Carr to throw again. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Carr, and he rifles one incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And his kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Moss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
4 down. Goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Check.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Carr going to throw, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying